Oh, it did load. Cool. I kind of thought it wouldn't. Good job, Pat. You did a great job. Clip the sky and enjoy the level. Clip the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, go roKu. Actually, no, the song they're referencing there, I think. Well, it's Japanese counting, but I guess I'm thinking of the... I don't know what the name of that song is. And that's Layer 3, come back. And Tails. Which means Fedora might just be lurking around here somewhere. It was a remix of, like, 2 Japanese pop songs and the Dagonist and Tai, done by some Japanese comedian who was doing some cross-dressing thing. I think the plot of the music video was that the guy was falling in love with himself, except he was a teacher. It was very strange. But Japanese comedy. Oh, what's up, Ampersand? How you doing? Thank you for the good luck. Running away! I predict this goes up. You know, I'm not sure what I expected. Didn't expect that. Okay. We've learned an important lesson here, which is there's a disco shell that I have no ability to see over there. A valuable lesson, to be sure. It's not a very close to blind jumps. I'm gonna hang out here. That's a manga title? Oh. That I shouldn't be surprised at, I suppose. No, no, no. Getting over it with Tails Prowler. No! Oh, there's something down there. Huh. Well, let's go down here. Need that shell. Alright, this level's got something to it. Keep forgetting you have the change paired. Yeah, it can definitely throw you off. roKu's one of those sticks. Prower. No L. Fair enough. Yeah, Miles Prower. My teacher has fallen in love with himself across the high school. No, you're serious? That's an actual manga? That's definitely not the thing I'm referencing, I assure you. Like, this was just a silly music video thing. No, no. They changed the player graphics. You banned them for as long as I've banned side exit enabled. Wait. We use the smartness here instead of the dumbness. We can just do that and then jump back. There we go, see? Level gives an elegant solution. I don't feel like those things are throwing the bits of green bean at me, except now they're blue. Alright, well, I got the moon. I don't need to go back and get that again. Take a block with me, even though I know I don't need it. In fact, I know I don't need it, so I'm not taking it with me. There we go. Right. This use of one-way gates is weird. Get my mushroom. Okay. If I say this time I'm not messing around and proceeded to mess around. Okay, one problem down. Many to go. Spoiled peas, they can't be used for the pea springs anymore. They're throwing them up. Now, so they're throwing them. I mean, of all of the, like, if someone's gonna have a food fight with one specific kind of food, and it has to be a vegetable, peas is not terrible. Wouldn't be that bad to clean up. And probably wouldn't hurt too many people. Whereas, say, ears of corn definitely would. Ear of corn fight actually would be kind of fun. But a terrible idea. Hey, well, let's go there. Problem solved. It's not an actual manga title, but it would be. The thing is, of course, it might also be an actual title that exists somewhere. We just don't know. Something about multiverse theory and just general... Oh, they're snowballs. I know this now. I know this and I hate it. Okay. Could I keep this shell? Oh, maybe. Not certain I need to keep the shell, though. Thinking. Basically, I don't want to do that area. There we go. Pineapples? Yes, pineapples would also be bad, but really, yeah, it would be kind of hard to clean up too, I imagine. No pineapple food fights. For watermelons? Alright, Gallagher. Just wanted to hit that dang thing. I do like the way it hid the coin and moon down there. That's the thing I actually like about this level so far. Are you kidding me? There. Whew. The sound of watermelons would make on someone's head. Oh, it would probably be pretty juicy. I once blew up a watermelon. It took me a number of years to find the right firework to blow it up. They kept trying to sell me on the idea of getting artillery shells for it. I'm just like, no, I don't want an artillery shell. I don't want anything that propels. I just want it to explode. I figured I'd see what would happen. Did eventually get it, though, and it was a glorious day. I have some really grainy video of me exploding this watermelon. Mandatory freedom, yep. Good old mandatory freedom celebration. That's where we blew up fruit with firecrackers, and it was required to join in the mandatory freedom celebration, much to Squiggle's chagrin. It would totally be kind of juicy. How you doing, Zuccotti? How you doing, Barky Man? Been distracted by the notion of exploding fruit, which used to be a 4th of July staple for when I used to do 4th of July barbecue things. How interesting. I cannot kill these things to save my life. Oh look, more of the level. Anything to get away from these guys. I swear, I've only seen people use the coin trick coins there in this level and the one right before it. Like, no one seemed to care to use it before this moment, before these levels. I ran into these levels. Hooray for soft locks. Hooray for mazes. How much longer is this maze? Longer than my fire flower is going to let me use. Alright. Still loaded for bear, I can do this. No, I can't. God, I hate those guys. Snowball throwers are some of my least favorite sprites. Regardless of what size they're at. Right, it's the outside of everything after this, I think. What if this will freeze me if I'm using... I know it did freeze me with my Starman last time. There goes my Starman. Point of advice. Take P speed and jump to the 2 platforms in fast. In fast. Follow the coins, okay. What's this? Did you miss it going live or just the one not send? I don't... Oh, it didn't send. That's odd. Or did it coalesce? No, it didn't coalesce either. Oh, something odd happened there. Yeah, the cloud set is actually a really nice one. Oh. Go fast. This was not what I was expecting when it said go in fast. Nothing wrong with a good old classic elevator section. How tall can levels get? Yeah, I like that part of the level a lot more than the other parts I've played so far. Okay, here we go. Wait. I didn't think this through. I really didn't think this through. Oh no. Can we go live? Yeah, I don't know why it did that. Didn't know they freeze the star. You are smart. Thank you, Swiggles. Thank you. I am so smart. SMRT. I mean SMART. It's also possible it's another, like, weird SA1 interaction. We run into those. Okay, big money, no whammies. Well, that was like what I wanted, except a few seconds too late. Oh, wait. Well, mistakes were made. Maybe I can fix this. Nope, I cannot fix this. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. I'll have to check my logs. I'm actually kind of weirded out with that fact. It's possible that Twitch changed how it does something, or maybe like the lease I had on that endpoint has expired or something, because it's like maybe a year-long lease. I'll have to check after the stream. I'm actually really baffled, because that part's been incredibly reliable. And the fact that it's not there is disconcerting, because that might mean other things will break in my tech stack down the line. I need to not get frozen. I really hate those guys. Hey, I bet. Not getting the dragon coin to give myself a few extra seconds. There we go. This isn't quite how I think it's supposed to be. Nope, definitely not. Well, did I fall far enough away they respawned? Hate that guy. Yeah. Nope! Nope. Welp. That setup is actually kind of annoying. It's what I've learned here, is that setup is kind of annoying. I think I'd learned by now that it's the left one. At least I learned this one's the right one. And then that one's the right one. So left, right, right. Nope, this is also bad. How did I get it the first time? Like, what did it tell me? Take P-Speed and jump the 2 platforms in fast. Follow the coins. Okay, I mean, thought I did that, but okay, we'll try again. Yeah, I think I see what I need to... Maybe do I see what I need to do? I think I didn't do it. I didn't wait long enough, yeah. But I can just kind of hang out on this platform, take my lumps, and get off where I think I can respawn it. Because, anyway, back to the tech issue. That all goes through my server. Well, if I'm careful, I think I can pull this off. Nope, not careful enough. But it expects to, well, okay, so there's different places it could have failed, right? So Discord could have decided that it doesn't like my user token anymore. That's a possibility. It's odd that it worked last night, but isn't working today. There is a small... I looked to see if it coalesced them, but it didn't coalesce them, and honestly, given it's been more than 12 hours, it shouldn't have coalesced them. So... I will have to look into this. And I have ways of testing it. It's not terrible. Right to the left. It does remind me, if I manage to get this... Oh, come on! I hate the snowballs. Okay, follow its advice. Yeah, that's closer. This might be doable. Yeah, I think this is close enough. Close enough. Not sure why I chose the left side there, but it worked. Okay. I've got a feeling the kind of level I have to come back through. So I'm kind of building the path back, which is to say what I just did was really dumb. Yep, I've made some bad decisions vis-a-vis how to use my my coins. Except, oh, I need to race it so I can get through there. Okay. All right. Well, next up, think about this a lot harder than I was before. John Madden. Football. Oh, what would we have done without Moonbase Alpha? I never actually played Moonbase Alpha. I just enjoyed the meme enough that I never actually felt the need to play the game for real. Well, I might be able to swing this, and if not, I'll fall off at a convenient height. And now we're at the part where I think I don't... Well, yeah, I didn't need to leave that, but I didn't... Yeah, I could have done something different. There, but it's okay. We made it. We wouldn't have gotten to be big anyway. Okay, so first off... Truncate that. Truncate that. Careful there. Fun fact, these reappearing coins use 800 bytes of free RAM? That's a lot of free RAM. Oh, I should have left some space for that, shouldn't I? Well, we'll see if I can pull this off. Alright, next up. Want a little bit of space over those. I guess it makes sense. It probably needs a bit per location it could be. Sorry. Oh my. Sorry about your cats. That's a great name. Thank you for the raid. Sorry about your cats. How you doing? How was your stream? What are you up to? I'm presently judging the BLDC, BaseROM Level Design Contest levels. So we're currently as Tails, which isn't necessarily in the BaseROM, which is to say it isn't. Right, I screwed up. Yeah, I do smarter there. That's suggested by Perry. Oh, hi Perry, how you doing? 240, but may as well be 800. That's a lot of free RAM. We're discussing free RAM. Ampersand compiled the BaseROM, and so we're learning about some of its eccentricities. Tricities of some sort. Electricities. Why not? Any tricity. Nuts. Well, thank you for following. Unfortunately, there's no fish, and I'm going to die. I'm not dead. Cool. This level uses layer 3 in a way that prevents the fish from working. I'm not going to be able to make that, and I think I waited. I was about to say I waited too long, but no, now we're scrolling. I waited too long. Gotta try again. Sam and Pat are big nerds. Yeah, it's close enough. It's true, I am running on a real SNES, so all this stuff is happening. How you doing? I don't know how to pronounce your name. That's too many X's. Moldy something? I really hope I'm not getting it wrong. Too terribly wrong. But yeah, this is running on a real SNES. It's my childhood SNES. I have an SE to SNES hooked up to it, and I'm exploiting the fact that there is a USB port on top to do some weird things. pretty much in general, if I'm playing SNES games, I try to have something like that going, or other game systems as well. So this is the only one that's really taken all that well. The NES stuff I've done hasn't worked all that well, unfortunately. Was Tails part of the hack? No, Tails was loaded in, just like Malo right here is. Oh, for Pete's sake. Can I get back? Even if I get back, that thing's going to be long gone. But I guess... No, I can't make it. Made some custom anime blocks into huge pain. Cats like to hack games together. Oh, interesting. Okay, sorry, I did some Spelunky and Tetris Effect. Oh, those are good games. Tetris Effect is... Tetris Effect? Yeah, I'm trying to remember which one that is. That's like the PlayStation 4 or 5 one. I was thinking Tetris the Grandmaster briefly, but I think it's made by similar people who have similar love of Tetris, at least. Really hate Ice Bros. Both good games. Why did I do that? I don't even have to test if I can get up there, and I could get up there, but it didn't help me get up there. There we go. Oh god. Could be amusing for BLDC to pre-fill a bunch of sprites. That could be cool. That's another thing that's going on. So a few April Fool's days ago, I decided to get myself a TTS mechanism, but I didn't really like all the ones that most people use, and so I decided I'd have Hatsune Miku do the English voice. But of course, I also chose a old version of Vocaloid that doesn't support it, so I had to do some transliteration stuff and other things to make it work. And to be honest, it still sounds kind of ridiculous, but it was fun to do. There are far better options out there if you want to do a Vocaloid for your TTS, to be completely frank, but I like the terrible cobbled-together nature of it. Oh, I thought we had gotten home free. Yeah, the NES is trickier, and I've had some problems, especially with it just recognizing my PC for USB. And so I had to do a whole bunch of rigmarole and put the actual USB connection on a different computer because it would only connect to Windows and not to my Mac. I got a new Mac, so... Oh crap, I should have flown higher. I got a new Mac, so it actually works a bit better now, but I'm still having problems with the connection being consistent. It occasionally fails to do the writes when I expect them to and gets jammed up somewhere, and I don't know if it's exactly what causes it. And since I haven't... And since I haven't gone around and debugged it yet, it's been on my list for a while. The other theory I had was that maybe the C# version that Chris distributes works better than the Python version of the serial stuff that I wrote. Ooh, this is actually a really good consistency here. But I don't have any proof of that yet. I need to sit down and write a C# version of my server to talk to it and everything, or just sit down and write some stuff that uses it to test it. There we go, we have another chance at this. You guys are having way too much fun with that. Tetris Effect is one with a lot of cool visual effects. I think so. I think so. To be fair, the Grandmaster series also has a bunch of effects happening, but they're more or less to distract you from the fact that Tetris is happening and be annoying. Because that's just the kind of people they are. Yeah, I like this. This is far better. Trim that a bit. This is looking okay. And then we're just going to get all these coins. Just to be sure. You know? I thought, oh no, that's not going to come back to bite me. No, there's no way I could do something that dumb. Hold my beer. Did the last one... Oh, the last one did work. Okay. So I'm gonna check to see the last one worked. The transliteration service has a memory leak in it. I probably need to tweak the Java parameters at some point. Good enough. Nope, definitely still working. But it still weirds me out that that thing has a memory leak. My solution, of course, was just to have it reset every day, under the theory that it's Java that's leaking the memory, part of some sort of web server core thing. But honestly, I just don't even want to touch it. I probably should just try and convert it into Python at some point. It's one of those things you would expect to exist as a pre-existing package somewhere. Would be adequate transliteration, but nope. I lose so much. Okay. This isn't going to work. This might work. We'll try it out. Okay, it works. I was also thinking like, oh, the coins have despawned. No, I've just done this once before and that breaks everything. I think at this point I don't need to leave the right one, so I can just stay on this one and it makes the whole thing a lot less sketchy. There we go. Back to the choose your own adventure coin maze. Okay. That wasn't one of my smarter moves, I'm gonna be frank about that. I think that I'll still be able to pass that area. You've not done well in this domain. But we did manage to P-switch jump, which mathematically makes this run a little bit better. Okay, I did the right things, but I took a little bit too long. Try again. But yeah, it's on my list to mess around with the NES stuff more. I need to do a playthrough of the OG Zelda at some point in the near future, and I've been doing a little bit of work on that. Though I may talk to Desi and see about switching spots and do Final Fantasy III first. Because I've been in a JRPG mood and haven't gotten to play one in a while. That's not gonna work. Oh, man. You know, I never actually looked up the lyrics to that song until a long time later and realized it was part of, like, a giant rock opera. And in fact, the reason he's thanking the Mr. Roboto is because he used a robot as a disguise to escape some sort of tyranny. I forget what the tyranny is. And then at the end of the song he yells, "I'm Kilroy," because he is in fact Kilroy. It's an expression of Roy. It's gonna work. Yeah, it works. Alright, we'll go with this one. Got good odds. It did not work, and now I have no coin signs. Okay, I see how I'm supposed to do that now. Spent a little bit too much time hanging in the air. At least I think that's how I'm supposed to do it. There we go. Okay, next up, this. This is fine. Those two. That's good. And it's also fine. Less than ideal, but okay, we'll deal with that. Crunch, crunch, crunch. An expression of Roy. Yeah, there was oh, what was it? There was a puzzle, and I saw there was an expression of Roy was one of the clues. It was a crossword puzzle, and the gimmick with that one was that each of the clues on the acrosses had one letter changed, and so it was supposed to be an expression of joy, and I think the answer was like hallelujah or something. But I got hung up on expression of Roy for far too long. Oh, I'm already toast anyway. I forget which puzzle boat that was in, but it was fun. Foggy does good work. Though admit, like, some of them have been... There's a few of his puzzles that have been kind of miss. But, you know. Still, if you're gonna be a one-person team and build... what, 100+ meta-puzzle enhanced puzzles, puzzle sets, it's still pretty impressive. Even if there are a few stinkers here and there. On the other hand, I do believe it's his full-time job, so you kind of hope you would be good at it. But I think he's decided to like go all in on the puzzle boat thing as his main driver of revenue, because he did a monthly puzzle, or bi-monthly? Semi-monthly? Puzzle magazine, P&A. And I think he's stopping that after 100 issues. Which, to say, that's a long friggin' time to be doing a puzzle magazine. Once again, by your lonesome. Still, of course, thinking about it because the mystery hunt was last weekend, and that's one of the reasons why we didn't really get started on this until recently. That took up my my entire long weekend, including Sunday. I have screwed up horribly. Let's see if I can fix this. Oh, that reminds me, they did finally release all of the puzzles to the public, so I can link y'all to the Baba Is You puzzle with werewolves and lasers. But they did it in a really irritating way, so you have to like click on a specific link first, and then you have access to the puzzles. It's really weird. I swear it's shorter. I swear. Gonna peace out for a little. Alright, see you later, Mayro. Just knock on the door when you complete the level. I'll let you know. It was fun. It was a literal expression of... Oh, no, so, like, the way that puzzle worked is each of the, like, a letter in each clue had been changed. So the real clue was an expression of joy, and we needed the R for part of the extraction to get the final word. The mystery was good. It ran a bit long. There were a lot of good puzzles. There were a lot of puzzles where I spent a decent amount of time working on them to later discover that we didn't want to solve them. They gave out a lot of free answers. But there were a lot of cool individual puzzles. Some of the metas were really nifty. I didn't get as much done as I would like with it. I spent a long time. I made a really nice spreadsheet for one of the puzzles in the Hall of Innovation, only to discover later that there was a fourth constraint I was unaware of, which explains why I kept getting into an unsolvable knot constrained words. So that was a bit of a drag. Really, I should have just sat down and wrote a real brute forcer rather than writing tools to allow a human to brute force, but... Say, Livy. I think I could have done it with a recursive descent thing, but it just didn't end up happening that way. Oh, God. Not doing that right. There's a few I'll probably go back and try to solve, like, all of the subcomponents myself. I had fun with the final extraction part of the werewolf laser puzzle. The Baba Is You werewolf laser puzzle, but I wasn't involved in most of the solving of the levels. I was involved in going and finding how to submit the answer, which was less than fun, because they did some interesting later rounds that changed up formats in interesting ways. Okay, I think I'm fine with that. Less fine with what I just did there, but whatever, we'll recover. I believe. I hope. I should just ran off. I even looked at that and said, no, I can just do this with just holding and running off the platform. I'm gonna destroy those next time. But getting distracted thinking about puzzles. There we go. So R was part of the, yeah, that was part of the larger puzzle. Good to ask if you've ever played Cliff Johnson's games. Yeah, I've played Fool's Errand, and I did pre-order A Fool and His Money. You would not believe the amount of guff I got over that one. But I also received my copy of A Fool and His Money, so hey. It only took 10 years longer than expected, I think. When did I pre-order that? It probably would have been like 2006, 2005. I think it was finally delivered in like 2014 or something. I forget the exact dates. It's been a long time. Not surprisingly, it seems Cliff Johnson has retired from the puzzle biz after that. Though I thought he actually did a I think he did another puzzle book for somebody. Like after he did the David Blaine book. It was something to do with Iran. I forget. Yeah, okay, I like this. I've done a decent job of constructing my bridge back. I think. We'll see. No, I didn't want to grab the P-switch. I screwed that up. Why'd you get guff? You're on the list? Well, no, from people who didn't realize what it was. You know, you say, I pre-ordered The Fool and His Money, and the answer, and the result generally should be distributed laughter. Because, of course you did. You pre-ordered The Fool and His Money. Do you ever expect to get it? No, it's called The Fool and His Money. Like, it's the most obvious name for a scam. Nuts. But, it was still fun. I don't think I ever got around to beating the entirety of The Fool and His Money. I probably should pick it back up and try again when I'm in more puzzly mood. I think I beat The Fool's Errand a number of years ago, and it was the DOS version, though I did take some hints. It is a big puzzle game, and kind of a one-of-a-kind thing, especially considering the era it was made. One of the things I like about it, actually, is that Cliff Johnson isn't a programmer. He had never really done much programming before turning his pen and paper puzzle thing, which was initially a Christmas present he made for some people, like a Christmas card, and turning it into a game for the old school Macintosh. There we go. So we learned enough BASIC to cobble it together, and the end result's actually pretty good. The newer one, The Fool and His Money, was made in Macromedia Director, I think, and so, you know, even if you wanted, oh no, to do another one like that, he'd have to learn another language, since I think Macromedia Director is long dead. You'd think after so many tries, I would remember it's on the left. And this is workable. Highly workable. What was the other one someone made that was kind of a cool homage? There's the other Systems Twilight's another interesting one, except it was made by someone who knew how to program. But it's very much like a 3-in-3, almost a 3-in-3 fan game, but not quite. But that also only works under, like, ridiculous old-school Mac conditions. Okay, so if we do it that way, I think it'll work. Well, oh, I don't like that. Oh, I didn't do a good... That's how I got screwed last time, wasn't it? That one pile high thing? I don't know. We'll see in a sec. Okay, so I think the smart money here is to hit the P-switch, but be a little bit far away from when I want to catch it. Wanted to re-grab, and then I jumped. Systems Twilight's insane. Plastic bag come to the rescue. Almost beat Fool's errand, but not a fool in his money. Yeah, that's completely fair. They're both really big games. Systems Twilight has some of my really, some really cool puzzles you could only really do in a computer format. The long, traveling between different stations that modify the word you have puzzles are really cool. I think the set ones I could take or leave, because it's just set, you know. It's not that exciting when you really get down to it. And the final answer, the final actual solution is kind of cute. The final answer to the whole thing. There is a culmination, there is a plot of Systems Twilight, and it turns out to be a lot more involved with some sort of mythology I'd never heard of. So... Got the model laptop. macOS 7.1. Haven't thought about Macromedia in years. I mean, they still sort of exist inside of Adobe. The tooling that they wrote is still used. While Flash is dead, the version of it for doing animations and stuff still exists and is used in various other third-party animation stuff. So it's still there, it's just not accessible for most people anymore. I think Toon Boom is built loosely off of Flash. Well, that hurt. Someone will write a WASM. I mean, they have. It's called Ruffle. It kind of works. It's not perfect, and it has some massive performance problems because there were some things that Flash did in software that are somewhat bizarrely hard to recreate in WebGL. Apparently doing things like textured fills. Really painful to do. Well, at least it didn't freeze me a third time. And it works. It works okay. So if you have, a relatively well-formed, relatively early Flash SWF, it mostly works. But of course, an awful lot of the interesting things were not made using the earlier revisions of Flash. They were made using fancier versions of ActionScript that they don't think they support yet, at least last time I checked. I have one website, one of those silly single-purpose websites out there that still uses Flash for the intro. And I had to eventually get Ruffle up and working for it. Probably should see if it works on phones. And that might get me to actually upgrade the version of Ruffle, since the version of Ruffle I'm using on there is 4 years old, maybe older. Oh, I've made my life worse. No, I haven't yet. There we go, that's what I want. Okay, this is good. So the key difference here is I'm going to drop straight down, because I don't need to jump onto the block to see where I'm going. With any luck, that'll give me the edge I need. Well, if I don't do things like that. Hooray! There better be a damn midway up here. Oh no. No! Don't even care. Saying share a link with Ruffle. Share the link to Ruffle with some Rust programmers. Oh yeah, definitely do that. Alright, that was a level. I have no need to go back into that and play more of it. Thank you for the GGs. Now to do the unfortunate judging thing, where I'm relatively quiet. I didn't put the number in for last one. Last one was 01. And this one was 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, go roKu. roKu. I'll double check it after I finish writing things. Now to assign some arbitrary numbers. See, the kind of the worst part about it is, like, I do want to dictate while I'm writing. It's like I generally, if I'm trying to get thoughts out, I'll actually say what I'm writing while I write it, which is a bit slow and stilted, I will admit, but doesn't work so well with this because they're supposed to remain a secret. Unless I'm just writing a shit post or something, in which case I often do that. Okay. And I guess, since we have a second here, if you want to see the cool werewolf puzzle, Werewolf Baba is You puzzle, and I have to get this right because I can't tell with my current cookie set on either of my things. Alright, cool. You first have to go here and click see the, like, museum public access, and then the next link I send will actually work, which is really irritating. I don't know why they did it this way. But this puzzle's really cool, so it's worth going through the rigmarole.